And when they analyzed it instantly, with their instinct, they thought that there was something wrong with the currencies. It couldn't be genuine. So they picked them up and took them through the process of investigations. And as a result, those values, the US dollars and the CFA funds, were sent to the CID headquarters.
According to the IGP, Dr. Kufu Dampari, preliminary investigations into the matter revealed that the initial amount was underdeclared by 150,000 CFA. He said the money was retrieved to the CID headquarters and later sent to Ivory Coast for authentication. He said after authentication, all the currencies were declared as fake. Meanwhile, after sending the cash back to Takwa, it could no longer be found.
The police on their own, in the course of the investigation, realized that it was more than the 40,000. It was 190,000. So that 190,000 was brought from Takwa to the CID headquarters, and through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it was sent to Cote d'Ivoire, the authorities, for them to authenticate it for us as to its genuineness or otherwise. And that was done, and the results with the accompanying appendix indicate that they were all faked.
But the interesting bit about the investigation is that the police cannot find one of their own who is at the center of the matter for prosecution.
Honorable Chair, there has been confusion as to who actually received it and the whereabouts of the money. And when it came to our attention, we have looked at the matter and identified 3 police officers who are involved in the matter. Unfortunately, one of them has resigned from the service, and we are making an effort to look for him and for him to be held accountable.
In the case of the Trades Ministry, the Public Accounts Committee has surcharged 2 regional directors of the NBSSI to pay a total of 1,914 cedis back to the state. The money was a tax they were expected to withhold on the payment of some goods and services.
Honorable Chair, we have a little bit of a challenge because when the auditors audited our regional secretariats differently, so we only looked at our own individually, the Ghana Enterprises own, and the regional ones separately. So there was a little bit of a lag there, but we have actually worked on it, so we will have it immediately.
Madam, I think 3 years is too long a time for this amount of money.
Next week they'll pay it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're giving you next week to refund the money. If you don't get them, the accountants, Mr. Emmanuel Ampedu Sasu, and the regional manager, Isaac Dimako, will personally have to pay the money.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of the Interior said it has reached an agreement with 3 companies, Messiah's AEL Mining Service Limited, Orica Ghana Limited, and Maxam Ghana Limited to pay 1.5 million cedis to the government as tax difference charges on some explosive imported into the country within the period.
I should, as it were, face the gallows, and I think that they didn't want that situation to occur because I have not really benefited from whatever transaction that went on. Thank you.
Please, would you give us a time frame so that we will be rest assured that everything will be done, the payment will be done? Can you give us time frame?
Honorable Chair, I cannot, as at now, give a time frame, but with the discussions with them, we asked them to come out with a payment plan up to the middle of this year so that we recover the said amount. Thank you.
The committee resumes tomorrow to probe the ministries, departments, and agencies who were fingered in the 2020 Auditor General's report. James Kwesi Aveji's report for Joy News.